Good morning, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Today we'll be having private conference of two civil works project, three civil works project, and two goods and services. But before we start, let us all stand for a prayer.
Shall we bow our heads and feel the presence of God? Let us pray. Our most gracious Lord and loving Heavenly Father, Creator of heaven and earth, we offer our thanksgiving and praise to you for the countless blessings of good health, providence, protection, and deliverance. Lord, we humbly come before your holy presence, asking forgiveness for all the shortcomings we committed against you. Please continue to guide us, that we may walk in accordance to your will. Dear Lord, we commit ourselves to you. May your Holy Spirit continue to inspire us amidst the challenges we are facing at these times. Keep our faith stronger and give us wisdom as we undertake the responsibilities upon our shoulders. May your unfailing love radiate in each heart, that we may take away all the negativities within. Please grant us, Lord, the success to all our endeavors, for to you we offer all the glory and honor. All of this we pray in the precious name of Jesus, our Savior. Amen.
Let us all be seated. To our YouTube live viewers, prospective bidders, fellow back members, secretariat, and technical working group, once again, good morning. Again, to continue, may I ask from the secretariat kindly play who is the selected observers for the procurement activities. Engineer Augusto.
Good morning, sir. And our official selected or official observer is from Philippine Partnership for Development of Human Resources in Rural Areas, sir. Our official observers for today's private conference.
Thank you, Engineer Augusto. So, from the selected, do we have letters of invitation and other mode of invitation for the observers for today's private conference, Engineer Augusto?
Yes, Mr. Chair, we have a letter of invitation or notice of observers for the following projects. Here, sir, is our notice observers dated February 2023 for our three official observers from the resident auditor, from the Commission on Audit, DPWH Nueva Vizcaya First Distinguished Office. Our second official observer, the one who selected earlier, is Mr. Caridad Corridor, National Coordinator from Philippine Partnership for Development of Human Resources in Rural Areas, or PLDHRRA, and Engineer Gladys G. Tiburcio, Alternative Observer from the National Constructors Association of the Philippines Incorporated, Aritao, Nueva Vizcaya. So these are three official observers for today's private conference. Thank you.
Again, thank you, Engineer Brian Augusto. So aside from this letter, do we have any other mode of invitation, Engineer Augusto?
Yes, Mr. Chair. In my official email, invitation to observers for contract ID number 24BI0070 to 24BI0072 sent through our three official observers dated February 23, 2024 at 3:52 p.m. Thank you.
Again, thank you, Engineer Brian Nela Gusto. All of our invited observers are not present for today's private conference, but majority is present, so we'll just proceed for the scheduled private conference. But before start, let's may I again ask the procurement engineer to read the attendance and declare if we have a quorum.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and a pleasant morning to all and to our YouTube live viewers. And for the roll call of attendance for today's private conference of three civil works projects and two goods and services from the Bids and Awards Committee members composition, we have Engineer Valentino B. Sareno,
Present.
BAC Chairman, Chief Planning and Design Section, Engineer Danilo A. Bernabe,
Present.
BAC Vice Chairman, Chief Quality Assurance Section, Engineer Reden A. Milyare,
Present.
BAC Regular Member from the Construction Section, Engineer Bayani F. Molina,
Present, sir.
Provisional Member and User from the Construction Section, Engineer Jermin B. Benavista, Provisional Member and User from the Planning and Design Section, Engineer Larissa D. Blanza, Provisional Member and User for Goods and Services from the Maintenance Section. And for the roll call, sir, of the BAC Secretariat, yours truly, Brian Bldg Augusto, Head. For the BAC Secretariat members, we have Remigio A. Santos, BAC Secretariat Member, Miss Ande Erica Fatima P. Cabang, BAC Secretariat Member, Mr. Jesus E. Butak, BAC Secretariat Member, Miss Simonette T. Lacorda, BAC Secretariat Member, Mr. Alan Edward G. Damaso, BAC Secretariat Member, and Miss Lutgarda D. Reyes, BAC Secretariat Members. And for the technical working group, sir, who are present for today's private conference, we have Engineer Narcisa M. Santos, Member TWG, Miss Diane Sheldon B. Balico, Member TWG. And for the technical personnel, sir, who prepared the plans and DEDs for these particular projects, we have Engineer Chini Nicole Rojas, Engineering Assistant from the Planning and Design Section, and Engineer Angelica F. De La Cruz, Engineer 2 from the Planning and Design Section. Sir, majority of the Bids and Awards Committee composition members are present for today's private conference. Therefore, there is a constitution of a quorum. Thank you.
Again, thank you, Engineer Brian Nela Gusto, for reading the attendance for today's procurement activity. Since majority of the BAC members are present, as BAC Chair, I now declare that this private conference is officially open and in order. To continue, I would like first to read for the information of our YouTube live viewers and also especially our prospective bidders, which is the 2016 revised implementing rules, particularly section 22, which is private conference. The private conference shall discuss, clarify, and explain, among other things, the eligibility requirements and the technical and financial components of the contract to be bid, including questions and clarifications raised by the prospective bidders before and during the private conference. Private conference may be conducted in person or face-to-face through video conferencing, webcasting, or similar technology, or a combination thereof. Procuring entities with video conferencing capabilities that have manufacturers, suppliers, distributors, contractors, and or consultants that also have video conferencing capabilities may conduct the private conference electronically. The private conference is open to prospective bidders, and in case of procurement of consulting services, the shortlisted bidder, but attendance shall not be mandatory. For 22.4, the minutes of the private conference shall be recorded and prepared not later than 5 calendar days after the private conference and shall be made available to prospective bidders not later than 5 days upon written request. Decisions of the BAC amending any provisions of the bidding documents shall be issued in writing through a supplemental bid bulletin at least 7 calendar days before the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. So that is the 2016 revised implementing rules and regulation of Republic Act 9184. So to continue for the agenda for today, the first is basic contract data. Second agenda, requirements. The basic contract data will be discussed by the uh, implementing section, and for goods and services, the preparer, and for the civil works, the technical personnel who prepared the uh, detailed engineering design. And for the second requirement, requirements of bidding documents. The third agenda, documents to be submitted by the bidder, including technical and financial proposals. The fourth agenda, criteria and procedure for the preliminary examination of the bids, detailed evaluation of bids, post-qualification and award. The three is from the Secretariat through our procurement engineer Brian Neil Augusto. The fifth agenda, questions, comments from the bidders and replies of BAC and other representatives of procuring entity from our YouTube live viewers, prospective bidders, also for the BAC. And the seventh, summary of proceeding including bid bulletins, addenda to be issued is for the BAC and other matters. That is the agenda for today. So let's start for the first agenda, the basic contract data. First agenda is for the goods and services. May I ask Engineer Larissa Blanza to the provisional member for the goods and services to discuss in detail for the two goods and services for today with contract ID number 24GBI09, and the second one is with contract ID number 24GBI10. Engineer Blanza, take it away.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everybody. So for contract ID 24GBI09, the name of the project is procurement of 1-unit multifunction color production photocopier, etc. for use of the DPWH Nueva Vizcaya First District Engineering Office. The location for the project is at DPW Bayambang Nueva Vizcaya. The approved budget for the contract is 10,500,000. The duration is 60 calendar days upon the issuance of the NTP. Cost of bid documents is 25,000 pesos, and the source of fund is from the DPWH FY 2024 Capital Outlay EAO. For the technical specification for the project, the heavy-duty production copier print technology should be LED printer or LED printer. The imaging technology should have two for each color, CMYK. The ink system is toner. Print speed, CAD mono, or for color, 4D over A1 per minute. And or CAD mono or for color is 2E over A0 per minute. Print mode should have 9 modes. Scan resolution is 600 by 600 dpi. The print resolution is 1200 dpi. The system configuration, for the system configuration, the printer should have color and monochrome printer, standard stacking, integrated top delivery tray of at least 80 sheet capacity. For the scanner, for the media cutting should be automatic, and media rolls is up to 4 rolls. For the scanner, the technology protocol for the scanner, is CIS or the contact imaging sensor, and its protocol is SMB, FTP, or Web DAV, or scan to USB. For the resolution of the scanner is 600 by 600 dpi. The scan speed should be 49.9 inch per minute monochrome scanning. The file format should accept TIFF, PDF, PDF over A, JPEG, CALS, multi-page PDF over A, and multi-page TIFF. For the controller, uh, the operating system is Windows 10. The processor is 6-core, 6-thread Core i5, 8500 at 4.1 gigahertz. For the memory should be 8 gigabyte DDR4, and the hard drive should be times 2 of 500 gigabyte. The print language is the standard print language is TIFF, JPEG, HPGL, HPGL2, DWF, and C4. Output delivery. The capacity should be up to 400 sheets. For the environmental and safety, ozone emission is 0. The power requirements is 100 to 240 volts. The power consumption at sleep mode should be less than 2.5 watts. At ready mode, 199 watts. And at active mode is 380 watts. For the certification, CE, CETECOM, ULUS, CBRCM, Energy Star, FEMP, EPIT, CCC, EACFC Class AA, VCCI Class A, or Green Guard Gold. For the imaging document, video, or audio files, file to store has no file size limit. Unlimited number of folder or subfolder supported. Unlimited number of categories, document type, libraries supported. Unlimited number of documents supported per file cabinet. Integrated to Microsoft Office application like Word, Excel, and Outlook. For the brand model, the model or the brand must be an international brand name with existence of at least 10 years in the Philippines. It must be in the current catalog and not end of life. And manufacturer certificate is required. For the regulation, Energy Star certified with Energy Star stamp. For items that do not carry an Energy Star label, an appropriate means of proof of energy consumption level shall be submitted, such as a technical dossier of the manufacturer or a test report from a recognized body to demonstrate compliance with this requirement. For documentation and media, all equipment shall be supplied with the standard manufacturer's documentation on any electronic storage media or hard copy version were available. A certificate from the manufacturer that the bidder is an authorized distributor. A certificate from the manufacturer that the bidder is an authorized service provider partner. And a certificate from the manufacturer must be addressed to the project title. The certificate from the manufacturer that the machine to be delivered is brand new. For warranty and maintenance, the supplier is required to provide a 3-year warranty for parts and on-site labor from the date of inspection and acceptance report, regardless of copy counter. The supplier must also provide a manufacturer's certificate as proof of authorized dealer or distributor. And lastly po, for the technical support, the supplier must have a physical office and service center in Region 2. For the local technical support, which may include telephone and email, 8 hours per day, from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, for problem resolution and support shall have a response time of next business day, free of charge. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Larissa Plansa, uh, the- for reading the technical specification of the purse, goods, and services. So, from the Secretariat, may I ask to have, does anyone from our YouTube live viewers, especially our prospective bidders, have questions or clarification for the first goods and services? None. So, fellow back members, let's start from provisional member from the construction section. Do we have any amendment for the first goods and services?
No amendment, Mr. Chair.
Noted. Our provisional member from the planning and design section, Engineer Jermin Benavista.
No amendments, Mr. Chair.
Noted. Our regular back member, Engineer Reden Milyare.
No amendments, Mr. Chair.
Noted. Our back vice chair, Engineer Danilo A. Bernabe.
No amendments, Mr. Chair.
Noted. Since majority of the back members have no amendment for this first contract with contract ID number 24 GBI 09, then take note, Secretariat will adopt the basic contract data as advertised. Let's continue for the second goods and services with contract ID number 24 GBI 10 again as Engineer Larissa Planza, a provisional member for goods and services for the second project. Engineer Planza, take it away.
Good morning again. So for the contract ID 24 GBI 110, the name of the project is procurement of 1 unit split type air conditioner, inverter, 2.5 HP, etc. for use of Nueva Vizcaya, of DPWH Nueva Vizcaya First District Engineering Office. The location of the project is at DPWH Bayambang Nueva Vizcaya. The approved budget for the contract is 1,218,300 pesos. The duration is 60 calendar days upon issuance of NTP. Cost of bid documents is 5,000 pesos. And the source of fund is from the DPWH FY 2024 Capital Outlay EAO. So for the items for this contract, we have 1 unit split type air conditioner inverter 2.5 HP for the admin office and supply office. Admin office 1 unit for 1 unit split type air conditioner inverter 1.5 HP for the supply office. 1 unit window type air conditioner inverter 1.5 HP for the construction section. 1 unit split type air conditioner inverter 1.5 HP for the COA office. 1 unit window type air conditioner inverter 1.5 HP for the COA office again, and 2 units window type air conditioner 1.0 inverter HP for the finance section. 1 unit package type air conditioner inverter 3 for the maintenance section. 1 unit split type air conditioner inverter 1.3 HP for the network room. 3 units window type air conditioner inverter 1.5 HP for the East Quarter. 1 unit package type air conditioner inverter 3 tonner for the East Quarter. 2 units window type air conditioner inverter 1.5 HP for the conference room. 1 unit split type air conditioner inverter 1.5 HP for ADES office. 1 unit package type air conditioner inverter 5 tonner for the planning and design section. And lastly, 1 unit split type air conditioner inverter 1.5 HP for the bidding room. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Again, thank you, Engineer Larissa Blanza, for the second goods and services. Again, from the Secretary, may I ask, does anyone from our YouTube live viewers, especially our prospective bidders, have questions or clarification for the second goods and services? None? Let's continue. Fellow back members, let's start from provisional member from the Planning and Design section, Engineer Jermin Buenavista.
Mr. Chair, no amendments.
Noted. Our provisional member from the construction section, Engineer Bayani F. Molina.
No amendment, Mr. Chair.
Noted. Our back regular member, Engineer Reden A. Milyare.
No amendments, Mr. Chair.
Noted. Our back vice chair, Engineer Danilo A. Bernabe.
No amendments, Mr. Chair.
Noted. Since majority of the back members have no amendment for this second goods and services with contract ID number 24 GBI 10, take note, Secretariat, we will adopt the basic contract data as advertised. Okay. Okay, let's continue for that ends for the two civil works for the basic contract data. For the civil work for first civil works with contract ID number 24BI0070. May the preparer, Engineer Maria Angelica de la Cruz. Engineer de la Cruz, take it away.
Good morning, everyone. I am Angelica de la Cruz from Planning and Design section. Allow me to present to you the contract ID 24BI0070. With the name of project Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program BIP, Multipurpose Buildings, Facilities to Support Social Services, Construction of Multipurpose Building, Barangay Almaguer South, located at Bambang, Nueva Vizcaya. The approved budget for the contract is 4,950,000 pesos. The project description, construction of 15 meters by 30 meters multipurpose building. The duration of project, 180 calendar days. Cost of bid documents, 5,000 pesos. Source of fund, regular infra FY 2024. Next slide, please. So shown on the screen is the project location with a geotag description of 16 degrees 21 minutes 2 seconds north, 121 degrees 5 minutes 32 seconds east. Next slide, please. So here are the geotag photos where the project will be constructed. So the proposed project entails the construction of a 15 meters by 30 meters covered court with bleachers and stalls covering the phases of construction, starting with the removal of their old existing bleachers, laying the foundation works, erecting columns and beams, and installation of roof framing system. The finishing works will involve plastering and painting. Additionally, the project will incorporate the installation of storm drainage and downspouts for sanitation facilities, along with the completion of electrical installations, including lighting and fixtures. The aggregate utilized in the project is extracted from the Kupas Quarry, located at a distance of about 5 kilometers from the project site. And on the other hand, the materials essential for the project are sourced from Bambang proper. Next slide, please. So here is the floor plan. Next slide. The rear elevation, the front elevation, the right side elevation, and the left side elevation of the project. And that would be all. Thank you.
Again, thank you, Engineer Maria Angelica de la Cruz, for the detailed explanation and brief description and the technical details of this project. Again, from the Secretariat, may I ask, does anyone from our YouTube live viewers, especially our prospective bidders, have questions or clarifications for this project with contract ID number 24BI0070? None? Let's continue for fellow back members. Does anyone have any amendment? Let's start from provisional member from the Planning and Design section, Engineer Jermin Buenavista.
Mr. Chair, query lang doon sa ano. Ano nga doon sa una, yung kanina, yung pinakauna niya. Ay, sa location. Parang na-plus kanina existing. Ayun. Yun. Doon sa isa. Sa existing niya. Ayan. Ito yung paglalagyan ng new project. Ngayon, dun sa perspective mo, naka-elevate siya. Magiging ma-elevate ba dito sa pavement? O
Yes, sir. At about 100.15 po.
100.50?
0.15, sir.
0.15.
0.15.
O, may elevate siya ng 0.15. Tapos dun sa dun sa right side nung building, magkakaroon siya ng excess pavement din. So maaalis yung mga parang excess doon sa may bleacher na yun. Dito sa right side. Dun sa perspective
Ay,
niya kasi may excess.
No,
eh.
sir. Bali may distance po tayo doon na 3 meters. Meron.
May 3 meters.
Naiiwasan
So
po
hindi
yan,
siya
sir.
may sasagad.
Hindi po siya may sasagad.
Okay, that's all, Mr. Chair. And I have no amendment.
Thank you, Engineer Jermaine Buenavista, for the clarification. Okay. Okay. So next, provisional member from the construction section, Engineer Bayani F. Molina.
No amendment, Mr. Chair.
Noted. Regular member, Engineer Reden Milyare.
No amendments, Mr. Chair.
Noted. Our back vice chair, Engineer Danilo A. Bernabe.
I have no amendments with regards to the bidding documents as published in the DPWH and Bldg, Mr. Chair. But I would like the preparer or the technical personnel who prepared the DED to please elaborate the design of the trusses from the geotag photos for the proposed location of the building, of the multipurpose building. Yan. If you're going to see, balik mo doon sa location, mayroong bleacher doon. Tatalikod ba siya doon sa bleacher? For the information of our prospective bidders lang. Kasi, kung titignan mo, mayroong bleacher doon sa harapan, and then doon sa may likod ng existing multipurpose building na arc type or dome type yung trusses.
Orientation.
Paano yung orientation ba ng building? Doon sa left side na picture, makikita mo, sa right side, mayroong bleacher. And then, doon sa left side, mayroon siyang bleacher ulit. Makikita mo yun doon sa may right side photo, yung sa baba. How is the orientation of the proposed building?
Sir, bali, ano po, yung 30 meters po na span natin na proposed covered court will start po dun sa may sasakyan, dun sa fence po doon hanggang pagano ba siya.
Okay. Okay. My question is, yung orientation mo ng bleacher, kasi doon sa existing, meron siyang bleacher doon sa right side at meron din siyang bleacher dito sa left side.
The bleachers will be located at the left side po, sir.
Left side.
Yes.
How about the existing bleacher?
It will be removed, sir.
demolished?
Yes, sir. The yellow one po.
Oh, hindi mo kasi nasabi. And then go back dun sa next picture. Para alam lang natin mga prospective bidders. Next picture. Okay? So, the proposed trusses is a dome type or a arc type. What is the size of the top bar or the top chord and bottom chord or the main size of the pipe, particularly yung the top chord and the bottom chord? Do you have any cross section para alam ng ating prospective bidders ilan yung bottom chord at saka ilan yung top chord?
I don't have the cross section, sir, but the top and bottom chord of the truss is 50 mm diameter, sir.
It is a triangular ba siya, or how about the top chord? Isa lang ba yung 2 inches na GI pipe at saka sa baba, dalawa ba o isa?
Square siya, sir.
Square. So there are 2 top chord
Two top chords and
then 2 bottom chord.
Yes, sir.
How about the lateral support?
38 mm in diameter,
38
sir.
diameter?
Yes, sir.
And the thickness or the schedule of the pipe for the information of our
Schedule 40, sir.
prospective bidders.
The pipe schedule is Schedule 40, sir.
Schedule 40. Okay, para alam lang din ng ating mga prospective bidders. So the top cord is 2 pieces, 2 inches diameter GI pipe, Schedule 40, and also the bottom cord.
Yes, sir.
Web members of the lateral support, web members is 1 1/2 or 38
38.
millimeter.
Yes, sir.
Schedule 40 then.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's all, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Engineer Danilo A. Bernabe, for the clarification, for the prepared detailed engineering design. So for that, that is for the information of the prospective bidders. Since majority of the back members have no more amendment for this particular project, then the Secretariat will adopt the basic contract data as advertised. Take
Noted,
note.
noted, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. So let's continue for the second civil works project for today with contract ID number 24BI0071. Again, may I request the technical personnel who prepare this second project in to explain the technical details. Maria Angelica de la Cruz, take it away.
Good morning once again. On behalf of the preparer, Engineer Angie Reyes, who is out for today, allow me to present to you the contract ID 24BI0071. With the name of project, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program BIP, Multipurpose Buildings/Facilities to support social services, completion of multipurpose building Salinas National High School, Barangay Salinas, at Bambang, Nueva Vizcaya. The approved budget for the contract is 2,970,000 pesos. The project description, completion of multipurpose building, the duration 120 calendar days, cost of bid documents 5,000 pesos. The source of fund is regular infra FY 2024. Next slide. So here is the location map of the proposed project. Next slide, please. The geotag photos of the project with the project description of 16 minutes 22 16 degrees 22 minutes 14 seconds north, 121 degrees 1 minute and 2 seconds east. So the scope of work for this particular project entails the construction of additional 2 bays to the existing covered court, seamlessly integrated with the existing structure to maintain uniformity in the design. In addition to the extension, the inclusion of a comfort room for male and female will also be provided, which is located beside the existing stage. The existing ramp will be provided with handrails, and we will also provide bleachers on both sides of the covered court. The existing floor slab will be removed and replaced and to be leveled on the existing new slab of the covered court. The aggregates needed in this project will be extracted from Kupas Quarry, approximately 9.8 kilometers from project site. This project will be completed within 120 calendar days, inclusive of predetermined Sundays and holidays. Next slide, please. So here is the existing stage where the provision of male and female comfort room will also be constructed at the left side of the stage. The provision of handrail at existing ramp and stairs will also be installed. Next slide, please. The provision of bleachers on both sides of MPB. So here is the existing floor plan and the proposed floor plan. The typical front and rear elevation, the right side elevation, the left side elevation, and that would be all. Thank you.
Again, thank you, Engineer Maria Angelica de la Cruz, in behalf of Engineer Angie Reyes, who is not around, for the technical details of this second project with contract ID number 24BI0071. Again, from the Secretariat, does anyone have any questions or clarifications from our YouTube live viewers, especially our prospective bidders? None? So let's continue, fellow back members. Let's start from provisional member from the maintenance section, from the planning and design section, Engineer Jermin Buenavista.
Mr. Chair, query ulit. Dun sa, di ba yung stage niya dun sa likod? Ngayon yung magiging, kasi may parang may elevated siya, kapantay ba dong stage nun? Kasi naka 3 steps ata yan eh. Itataas yung elevation niya. Oo, kasi dito sa perspective, parang pantay na siya mula sa harapan hanggang doon sa stage ata eh. Ganun ba yun? So wala yung prepare, Mr. Chair. So,
Okay, that's your...
but I have no amendments regarding the project.
Oh, noted, Engineer Buenavista. Or provisional member from the construction section, Engineer Bayani F. Molina. Do you have any amendment?
No amendment, Mr. Chair.
Noted. Or back regular member, Engineer Reden A. Milyare.
No amendments as per the basic contract data, Mr. Chair.
Noted. Or back Vice Chair, Engineer Danilo A. Bernabe.
No amendments, Mr. Chair.
Noted. Since majority of the back members have no amendment for this particular project, then we will adopt the basic contract data as advertised. Take note, Secretariat.
Noted, Mr. Chair.
So let's continue for the last civil works project for the day with contract ID 24BI0072. May I request the preparer, Engineer Chini Nicole Rojas, to discuss in details this particular project with contract ID number 24BI0072. Engineer Rojas, take it away.
Hello, good morning everyone. I am Chini Nicole Rojas and allow me to present to you the contract ID 24BI0072 with the name of project Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program BIP, Multipurpose Buildings, Facilities to Support Social Services, Construction of Multipurpose Building, Barangay Santa Rosa. Location of the contract is Bayombong, Nueva Vizcaya, with the approved budget for the current contract 4,950,000. And project description is the construction of two-story multipurpose building. Duration is 180 calendar days. And cost of bid documents 5,000 and the source of fund is from regular infra FY 2024. Next slide, please. Shown on screen is the location of the proposed project along Malvar Street, Santa Rosa, and looking at the top right of the screen is the arrow pointing to the direction of Salinas, Nueva Vizcaya. So the source of material the aggregates will be coming from Bonfal proper, Kawari, and the source of materials will originate from Bayombong, Nueva Vizcaya. approximated 2.6 kilometers away from the project site. So this is the geotag description and photo offering insights into the project's location. Looking into the photo, the existing structure will be demolished and at the right side of the wall of the pitched color wall is the CR which will also be demolished. This is the floor plans of the project. Looking at the left shows the floor plan of the barangay compound. The middle and the right displays the ground floor and the second floor plan respectively. This is the front elevation and the rear elevation of the project, the right side elevation, and the left side elevation. So for this proposed two-story multipurpose building, it will involve all phases of construction, starting from laying the foundation, construction of columns and beams from all levels, installation of roof framing works, as well as the finishing works, which comprises the flooring, ceiling, and wall finishes. In addition, storm drainage system, electrical wiring, and lighting fixtures will also be provided. And this is the perspective view of the project. And this is the right side of the project. That will be all. Thank you.
Thank you, Engineer Chini Nicole Rojas, for this explanation of this particular project. Again, may I ask from our secretariat, does anyone have any questions or clarification from our YouTube live viewers, especially our prospective bidders? None. Being none, let's continue. Fellow back members, does anyone have any amendment for this particular project? Let's start from the provisional member from the Planning and Design section, Engineer Jermin Buenavista.
Mr. Chair, regarding do sa fire exit niya, do sa harapan, ano yun, tataas ba yun, nalilift siya? O fix na siya na naka-mount sa wall?
Nakamount po siya sa wall, sir. May stairs din po siya.
Oo. Hindi kaya ano yun ang magnanakaw yun, parang mababa siya eh. Kaya magpasukan ng pagnanakaw.
Yung stair po yung adjustable, sir.
Yung tinatanong ko, yung stair niya gano'n yung nakababa, kasi nakababa siya.
Yes, sir. Adjustable po.
Ay, naitataas. Tayo. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Buenavista, for the clarification. About Engineer Bayani F. Monlila, provisional member from the construction section.
No amendment, Mr. Chair.
Noted. Our PAC regular member, Engineer Reden A. Milyare.
No amendments, Mr. Chair.
Noted. Our PAC Vice Chair, Engineer Danilo A. Bernabe.
No amendments, Mr. Chair, but then I would like to ask the technical personnel who prepared the DED. Pakita mo nga yung rear. Kung yan yung front, yung rear. Please show the
Floor plan.
yung rear elevation. Saan yung rear? Kasi ano ba yan yung front elevation yan? Okay, yung left side elevation. Ano, yung front yung makitid lang, hindi ba? Yun yung front. Oh, so
Bali yung
it
left
is
side.
firewall since the proposed building will be located at the property line. Pakita mo yung right side elevation. That is the right side elevation?
Yes, sir.
So, kasi dun sa perspective, from your perspective, wala siyang window. Dito ngayon sa right side elevation, Window ba yon? That is the right side elevation. High windows.
Windows po.
High windows.
High window.
Sa perspective mo kasi, oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Ayan yung mga yung windows.
high window.
Okay, why did you design it as a high window? Kung low, kung sana yan, kung ports or low window for ventilation and sunlight. Bakit nyo na-design yan? For the information of our prospective bidders
Sure.
lang, bakit siya naging high window?
Sir, bale, nursery room po yung dyan sa second floor.
Ay, oo.
Nursery?
Nursery room po.
Bakit nga naging high window? Di sayang yung light ventilation at saka yung air ventilation.
Window. High window.
High window siya eh. That is located doon sa Santa Rosa na ang alam ko is covered yung buong lote ng Santa Rosa. Hindi ba?
Yes, sir.
O, ginawa mo kasing high window. So, yung air ventilation at saka light ventilation na-deplete siya. Hindi ba covered yung Santa Rosa?
Yes, sir. My court din po doon.
Oh, covered lahat yun eh.
Covered.
Siguro pag-usapan to sa end user na lang.
Oo.
Mr. Chair, siguro dahil daycare siya, di ba mga bata, baka hinay nila para safety yung mga bata, hindi makasabas.
Hindi
Basta-basta
naman kung window naman eh. Sa standard
Baka
ng di
lumapag.
0.85 or 0.9 from the finished floor line, may window naman dyan. Hindi naman magkano yung mga bata.
Okay.
That's all, Mr. Chair. Siguro during the implementation,
Okay.
ipag-usapan na lang sa end user. Ano?
Sige,
Kasi
sir.
na-deprive yung light at saka air ventilation.
We'll take note of it, sir.
Okay, thank
po.
you.
Thank you, Nilo A. Bernabe or Back Vice Chair for the question or clarification. Maybe we'll ask the architect IB Salazar why they design a high window. And we will for the during implementation. If, okay, since majority of the back members have no amendment for the advertised basic contract data, then we will adopt the basic contract data as other. Take note, Secretariat.
Noted, Mr. Chair.
Okay, that ends for the first agenda. Two goods and services and three civil works. So let's continue for the second agenda, the requirements of bidding documents. May request our Head Secretariat, Engineer Brian Neil Augusto, for the second agenda. Engineer Augusto, take it away.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, for the second agenda for the requirements of bidding documents for contract ID number 24BI0070, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Almaguer South, Bambang, Nueva Vizcaya, for ITB close 14.2 A4B, Civil Works 70. For ITB close 14.2 4B, the minimum work experience requirements for the personnel are the key following. For the key personnel, we have the project engineer, project manager, project engineer, materials engineer, foreman, and safety officer. Minimum years of similar experience, same position is 3 years. Minimum years of total work experience, same position is 3 years. For ITB close 14.2 A4, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For the description, we have the dump truck, required unit is 1, jackhammer, plate compactor, 1 bagger mixer, required unit is 1, bar cutter, bar bender, welding machine, diesel gas driven, and cutting outfit, required units is 1. For contract ID number 24BI0071, name of the project, Construction of multipurpose building, Salinas National High School, Barangay Salinas, Bambang, Nueva Vizcaya. For ITB clause 14.2 A 4B, the minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel are the following. For the key personnel, we have the project manager, project engineer, materials engineer, foreman, and safety officer. Required minimum years of similar experience, same position is 3 years. Minimum years of total work experience, same position is 3 years. For ITB clause 14.2A4, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For the description, we have the dump truck, required unit is 1, jackhammer, plate compactor, required unit is 1, one bagger mixer, required unit is 1, bar cutter, bar bender, welding machine, diesel or gas driven, required units is 1. For contract ID number 24BI0072, name of the project, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Santa Rosa, Bayambong, Nueva Vizcaya. For ITB clause 14.2 A 4B, the minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel are the following. We have the key personnel, we have the project manager, project engineer, materials engineer, foreman, and safety officer. Minimum years of similar experience, same position is 3 years. Minimum years of total work experience, same position is 3 years. For ITB clause 14.2 A4, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For the description, we have the portable breaker, required unit is 1, concrete saw, required unit is 1, dump truck, plate compactor, one bagger mixer, required unit is 1, bar cutter, required unit is 1, bar bender, welding machine, rust driven, and power saw, required unit is 1. Sir, that's all for the agenda number 2, the requirements of the bidding documents for this particular project. Thank you.
Again, thank you, Engineer Brian Neil Augusto, for the second agenda, which is the requirements of bidding documents. For the third agenda, documents to be submitted by the bidder, including technical and financial proposals. Again, Engineer Augusto.
Thank you again, Mr. Chair. And for the agenda number 3, documents to be submitted by the bidder, including technical and financial proposal, will be presented through audio recording presentation, sir. Thank you.
Right, Secretariat, kindly play the pre-recorded presentation for the agenda number 3.
Technical and financial components. Number 1, technical component envelope, Class A documents. For legal documents, letter A, Bldg's registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages. Or letter B, registration certificate from Securities and Exchange Commission, Department of Trade and Industry for sole proprietorship, or Cooperative Development Authority for cooperatives or its equivalent document. And letter C, mayor's or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located, or the equivalent document for exclusive economic zones or areas. And letter D, tax clearance per EO number 398, series of 2005, as finally reviewed and approved by the Bureau of Internal Revenue. For technical documents, letter E, statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. And letter F, a statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, or SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided under rules. And letter G, Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board or PCAB license, or special PCAB license in case of joint vendors. And registration for the type and cost of the contract to be bid. And letter F, original copy of bid security in the form of surety bond. Submit also certification issued by the Insurance Commission, or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration. And letter I, project requirements, which shall include the following. First, organizational chart for the contract to be bid. Second, list of contractors' key personnel, for example, project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, safety officer, and foreman, to be assigned to the contract to be bid, with their complete qualification and experience data. Third, list of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, and or under purchase agreements, supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor, vendor, or the duration of the project as the case may be. And last, list of contractors' minimum material testing equipment which are owned as per Department Order Number 11, Series of 2017. For letter J, original duly signed Omnibus Sworn Statement o OSS, and if applicable, original notarized secretary's certificate in case of corporation, partnership, or cooperatives, or original special power of attorney of all members of joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and to do acts to represent the bidder. For financial documents, letter A, the prospective bidders audited financial statements showing, among others, the prospective bidders' total and current assets and liabilities is stamp received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission. And letter L, the prospective bidders' computation of net financial contracting capacity or NFCC Class B documents. Letter M, if applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement or JVA in accordance with the Republic Act number 4566 and its IRR in case the joint venture is already in existence. Or duly notarized statement from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful. Number 2, financial component envelope. Letter N, original duly signed and accomplished financial bid form and other documentary requirements under Republic Act number 9184. Letter O, original of duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities. And letter P, duly accomplished detailed estimate form, including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rental used in coming up with the bid. And letter Q, cash flow by quarter.
That's also for the agenda number 3, documents to be submitted by the bidder, including their technical and financial proposals. Thank you, sir.
Again, thank you, Engineer Brian Nela Gusto, for the third agenda. Let's continue for the fourth agenda. Criteria and procedure for the preliminary examination of the bids, detailed evaluation of bids, post-qualification, and award. Again, my request from the Secretariat through Engineer Brian Nela Gusto for the fourth agenda.
Thank you again, Mr. Chair. And for the fourth agenda, the criteria and procedure for the preliminary examination of the bids, detailed evaluation of bids, post-qualification, and award will be presented through audio recording, sir. Thank you.
Again, Secretariat, kindly play the pre-recorded audio presentation for the fourth agenda.
Brgy Conference. Detailed evaluation of bids. For the procurement of goods and infrastructure projects, the BAC shall evaluate the financial component of the bids to determine the lowest calculated bid using the following steps. The BAC shall immediately conduct a detailed evaluation of all bids using non-discretionary criteria in considering the following. Completeness of the bid. Unless the instructions to bidders specifically allow partial bids, bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including, or applicable, bill of quantities, shall be considered non-responsive and thus automatically disqualified. In this regard, where a required item is provided but no price is indicated, the same shall be considered as non-responsive. But specifying a zero or a dash for the said item would mean that it is being offered for free to the government, except those required by law or regulations to be provided for. Arithmetical corrections. Consider computational errors and omissions to enable proper comparison of all eligible bids. It may also consider bid modifications if expressly allowed in the bidding documents. Any adjustment shall be calculated in monetary terms to determine the calculated prices. The BAC shall evaluate all bids on an equal footing to ensure fair and competitive bid comparison. For this purpose, all bidders shall be required to include the cost of all taxes, such as, but not limited to, value-added tax, income tax, local taxes, and other fiscal levies and duties, which shall be itemized in the bid form and reflected in the detailed estimates. Such bids, including said taxes, shall be basis for bid evaluation and comparison. In case of discrepancies between bid prices in figures and in words, the latter shall prevail. Between total price per item and unit price for the item as extended or multiplied by the quantity of that item, the latter shall prevail. Between stated total price and the actual sum of prices of component items, the latter shall prevail. Between unit cost in the detailed estimate and unit cost in the bill of quantities, the latter shall prevail. Post-qualification. Objective and process of post-qualification. The lowest calculated bid shall undergo post-qualification in order to determine whether the bidder concerned complies with and is responsive to all the requirements and conditions as specified in the bidding documents. Within 5 calendar days from receipt by the bidder of the notice from the BAC that the bidder has the lowest calculated bid, the bidder shall submit to the BAC its latest income and business tax returns and other appropriate licenses and permits required by law and stated in the bidding documents. Failure to submit any of the post-qualification requirements on time or a finding against the veracity thereof shall disqualify the bidder for award, provided that in the event that a finding against the veracity of any of the documents submitted is made, it shall cause the forfeiture of the bid security in accordance with Section 69 of this IRR. The post-qualification shall verify, validate, and ascertain all statements made and documents submitted by the bidder with the lowest calculated bid using non-discretionary criteria as stated in the bidding documents. These criteria shall consider but shall not be limited to the following. Legal requirements. To verify, validate, and ascertain licenses, certificates, permits, and agreements submitted by the bidder, and the fact that it is not included in any blacklist as provided in Section 25.2 of this IRR. For this purpose, the GPPB shall maintain a consolidated file of all blacklisted suppliers, contractors, and consultants. Technical requirements. To determine compliance of the infrastructure projects offered with the requirements specified in the bidding documents, including, where applicable, verification and validation of the bidder's stated competence and experience, and the competence and experience of the bidder's key personnel to be assigned to the project for the procurement of infrastructure projects. Verification of availability and commitment and/or inspection and testing for the required capacities and operating conditions of equipment unit to be owned, leased, under, purchased by the bidder for use in the contract. Negative slippage of at least 15% in any one project or a negative slippage of at least 10% in each of 2 or more contracts. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works on ongoing contracts within 7 calendar days and to complete them within 30 calendar days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and deficiencies. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificates of acceptance within 30 calendar days and complete them within 90 days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and failures, or substandard quality of work as per contract plans and specifications, or unsatisfactory performance of the contractor's obligations as per contract terms and conditions at the time of inspection. If the BAC verifies any of these deficiencies to be due to the contractor's fault or negligence, the agency shall disqualify the contractor from the award for the procurement of infrastructure projects.
That's all, sir, for the criteria and procedure for the preliminary examination of the bids, detailed evaluation of bids, post-qualification, and award. Thank you.
Again, thank you, Engineer Brian Augusto, for the fourth agenda. So let's continue for the fifth agenda. Questions, comments from the bidders, and replies of BAC and other representative of procuring entity. From the second, none. So let's summary of proceeding, including bid bulletins, addenda to bid, if any. We have none. So let's continue for the other matters. I know from the Secretariat if we have any announcement or reminders to make, Engineer Brian Augusto.
Yes, Mr. Chair, we have a announcement reminder, sir, for the next procurement activity.
Okay, Engineer Brian Augusto, kindly read all the details of the next procurement activities.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, for the announcement reminders for the next procurement activity, which is the opening of bids. On March 5, 2024 at 9:01 a.m., venue PRU bidding room, main building, DPWH Nueva Vizcaya for CEO Bayambong Nueva Vizcaya for 5 civil works projects, sir, and 1 goods and services. For the civil works projects, for the first project with contract ID number 24BI0065, name of the project, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, multipurpose buildings slash facilities to support social services, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Magapoy. Location of the project is at Bayombong, Nueva Vizcaya, with an indicative approved budget for the contract or ABC of 3,465,000 pesos, and a project description of construction of 15 meters by 25 meters multipurpose building, and a project duration of 130 calendar days. Cost of bidding documents is 5,000, and a source of fund of regular infra FY 2024. For the second project with contract ID number 24BI0066, name of the project, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, multipurpose buildings slash facilities to support social services, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Alyaga. Location of the project is at Bambang, Nueva Vizcaya, with an indicative approved budget for the contract or ABC of 4,950,000 pesos, and a project description of construction of 15 meters by 20 meters multipurpose building with stage, and a project duration of 180 calendar days. Cost of bidding documents is 5,000, and a source of fund of regular infra FY 2024. For the third project with contract ID number 24BI0067, name of the project, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, multipurpose buildings slash facilities to support social services, construction of multipurpose building, Solano North Elementary School, Barangay Osmeña. Location of the project is at Solano, Nueva Vizcaya, with an indicative approved budget for the contract of 4,950,000 pesos, and a project description of construction of 15 meters by 30 meters, multipurpose building with bleachers, and a project duration of 80 calendar days. Cost of bidding documents is 5,000, and a source of fund of regular infra FY 2024. For the fourth project with contract ID number 24BI0068, name of the project, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, flood mitigation structures protecting major strategic public buildings slash facilities, thus construction of drainage canal, Poblacion, Phase 1, Bambang, Nueva Vizcaya. Location of the project is at Bambang, Nueva Vizcaya, with the indicative approved budget for the contract of 29,700,000 pesos and a project description of construction of 1,108 linear meter reinforced concrete canal, drainage canal lining with catch basin, and a project duration of 173 calendar days. Cost of bidding documents is 25,000 and a source of fund of regular infra FY 2024. For the fifth project, sir, for the fifth civil works with contract ID number 24BI0069, name of the project, Organizational Outcome 1, ensure safe and reliable national road system, asset preservation program, rehabilitation / reconstruction / upgrading of damaged paved roads, tertiary roads, DM Junction Malasin Road, KO 248 plus minus 462 to KE 0250 plus 1224. Location of the project is at Bambang, Nueva Vizcaya, with an indicative approved budget for the contract or ABC of 96,500,000 pesos and a project description of reconstruction of 7.39 lane kilometer carriage way with road safety devices. With a project duration of 302 calendar days, cost of bidding documents is 50,000 and a source of fund of regular infra FY 2024. For the goods and services, sir, with contract ID number 24BI03, name of the project, procurement of 1 unit heavy-duty production copier for use of DPWH Nueva Vizcaya First District Engineering Office. Location of the project is DPWH Bayambang, Nueva Vizcaya, with an indicative approved budget for the contract or ABC of 8,100,000 pesos and a project duration of 30 calendar days upon issuance of NTP. Cost of bidding documents is 10,000 and a source of fund of DPWH FY 2024 capital outlay or EO. Sir, that's all for the announcement reminders for the opening of bids for 5 civil works projects and 1 goods and services through public bidding. Thank you.
Again, thank you, Engineer Brian Nail Augusto, for reading for the next procurement activities, which be on March 5, 2024 at 9 a.m. Again, please to remind fellow back members our jury duty for the next procurement activities. So that ends for the agenda for today. This is a private conference. So can I hear a motion to adjourn?
Mr. Chair, since we have already completed the private conference for 2 goods and services and 3 civil works, including the announcement of opening of bids on March 5, 2024 for 5 civil works and 1 goods and services, I now move for the adjournment of this procurement services. Thank you.
Seconded, Mr. Chair.
Since it had moved and seconded that I now, as back chair, I now declare that this procurement activity, which is private conference, is officially closed. Thank you, everyone. Have a fruitful days ahead of us, and God bless us all.